This morning, the search is on for two men who held up a pizza restaurant in North Nashville overnight. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley joins us from the scene with the latest. Cuthbert.
Hey, good morning, Jennifer. We actually just got some pretty frightening details just a few minutes ago. Police are telling us they have just learned within the last hour or so that actually these suspects fired several shots here in this parking lot. You can see and hear things are back to normal here this morning. But here's what police are telling us. This all happened around midnight last night when two guys broke into this restaurant with guns. They actually pointed those guns at the employees and demanded money from them. Once they made away with cash out of that register, the robbers hopped in a silver car. That's when the employees came out to try to get a better glimpse of who these guys are. And that's when police say one of the suspects pulled out the gun again and started firing multiple shots. Thankfully, though, nobody was injured. But the story continues to take an interesting turn when a delivery guy tries to take matters into his own hands and ends up following these suspects as they sped down Clarksville Pike this morning. Unfortunately, though, they did not get any better idea of who these guys may be. So again, if you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 74-CRIME. We're live in Bordeaux this morning. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thank you. Also new this morning, the search is on for the man who Mount Juliet police say held up the Walgreens on Lebanon Road last night. Happened just after 9. Nobody was hurt, but as you can see from these surveillance pictures, the man was not hiding his gun as he walked into the store and then walked up to the front cash register and demanded money from the clerk and a customer. According to police, the gunman then forced the clerk and customer to a back office where he told them and his store manager, who was in the office at the time, to lie face down on the ground. Police say the robber then fled on foot. If you have information, call the Mount Juliet Police Department at 615-754-2550. And the search continues this morning for a woman who was missing from Lawrence County. Susan Sandusky Martin was reported missing Thursday night when she didn't pick up her child from school and no one could get in touch with her. Here's a picture of Susan. The Lawrence County Sheriff says she was last seen wearing black capri exercise pants and purple tennis shoes. She was also wearing a lightweight hooded purple pullover sweater. Martin is 6 feet tall and 230 pounds. She might be driving a 1996 red Chevy Monte Carlo with a Tennessee license plate A9448B. We're told she left the Leoma area and might have headed to Lawrenceburg or Pulaski. If you've seen her or know where she is, call the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office at 931-762-0450. DNA evidence helped Franklin police catch a suspected serial burglar 9 months after they say he kicked in the doors of several apartments. Those break-ins happened at 2 different complexes back in February. Investigators had very little to go on, but the suspected burglar left DNA evidence behind, which then went into a national registry and was later matched with another sample collected at a crime scene in Huntsville. Still, police didn't have a name to go with those samples.
Between then and now, the suspect was picked up in Alabama for another crime. His DNA was submitted into this national registry, and that's when we got the hit and knew that our suspect was in custody for other crimes in Alabama.
22-year-old DeMarcus Coleman of Alabama has now been indicted in Franklin on 4 counts of aggravated burglary. 2 men now face charges for a violent home invasion in Clarksville. It happened Thursday on Memorial Drive near Ussery Road. According to the Leaf Chronicle, the victim says 2 armed men forced their way inside, assaulted the homeowner and his girlfriend, and then robbed them at gunpoint. Kenneth McLaurin and James Jones have been arrested. Investigators say a woman in the getaway car has not been identified yet. It is not clear if she will be charged. And there could be another setback in the Vanderbilt rape trial. One of the defense attorneys in the case has now been suspended from practicing law. John Herbison represents Brandon Vandenberg, one of the 4 former football players accused of raping a student on campus last year. Thursday, the Tennessee Supreme Court suspended Herbison for 18 months after 3 complaints of misconduct were filed against him. Herbison will be on active suspension for 60 days, followed by 16 months probation. He will miss the start of the rape trial, which is set to begin January 12th, but Herbison's partner, Fletcher Long, says they'll still be ready to go.
This case is prepared for trial. We were ready to try it in early November.
Herbison's suspension begins November 30th.